All right, Kat. So tell me what's happening.
A fuck ton of shit. Maybe 6 weeks ago, my dog was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. Specialists, fuck ton of vet visits, lung washes, etc., etc. Still waiting on results with that. So it's been emotionally stressful, and it's out of my control. I can't really do anything about it. Lost my mum fairly suddenly 2 or 3 weeks ago, so dealing with that. Meanwhile, being a superwoman, running multiple businesses, holding my shit together, holding everybody else's shit together, and somehow managing to keep my head above water, but I know that that cannot continue at the rate and pace that it's happening.
Where are you now?
I'm in my happy space right now. I am, the only way I know how to describe it is I'm in the doorway of overwhelm. I'm a stubborn bitch that refuses to walk into it. But I know that if I don't clear some shit, organize some shit, figure something out that I don't know what it is that I'm figuring out just yet, that there's going to continue to be a buildup of overwhelm. And that makes me frustrated. And when I'm frustrated, I don't get anything done. It doesn't serve anyone. And I get ambushed by shitty emotions that, well, they're not shitty, it's just grief. But I'm impatient. I just want to move forward.
We're just going to break down a couple of areas of life to see where the problem areas are at the moment for you. So we're going to talk about finances, health, relationships, and career, and just see where we can find the challenges. So let's start with finances. What's happening in that area?
Finances are good, but they're somewhat capped at the moment because I am capped. I have multiple income streams. They do flow. It's definitely not a place of struggle, but it's a stagnant place at the moment because if I'm not flowing, if I'm not growing, that space is not growing and flowing as well, if that makes sense. So it's on, it's kind of leveled out and it's fine where it is, but it's not on the growth, which is, you know, something that's important to me in all aspects of life. And if I'm not growing, the money's not growing.
What about health? Tell me how that is in your life at the moment.
Health, last 3 weeks has been really good actually. But I think that is also a coping mechanism. Health is good, blessed with good DNA. And I've been on a keto diet for the last, I would say, 3 to 4 weeks, which is really good. Increase my water intake. There's no alcohol. There's whatever, it's nice and clean. My workouts have been, you know, I've been hitting my workouts, which is good. Feeling strong in that space. Again, it's just one of those things. I'm like, what? It's like everything, not numb. Numb's not the right word, but it's like I'm not connected to what I'm doing anyway. I'm going through the motions. Robotic. There you go. So it's like, cool, I'll eat well. tick the box, counted my macros, drunk my water, had my herbal teas, tick, done my workout, tick. It's very robotic and it's not coming by organic flow. So if the wheels fall off the bus, it's fucked. That's what it feels like anyway.
About relationships. How's that part of life?
Really good. Best husband in the world for me. Son is amazing. Yeah, just miss my mum.
What about career? What's happening in that area?
Career-wise, I'm just emotionally blocked at the moment. I'm really good at what I do. I'm just stagnant. I'm good at what I do and got more than enough clients. Dog world that's kind of on autopilot, but there's only one of me and I haven't figured out how to do cloning yet. So kind of capped in that component. The dog world, I would refer it to being in the hangover of COVID because we haven't got new students coming through. So I haven't been able to mentor anybody, which also reflects into how I feel because that's what I love to do, mentor and coach people. But because that space has been stagnant for 2 years and we've got 2 years of dogs coming out of lockdowns, it's everyone just wants a piece of you and that's cool. It's what it is. But I don't have the hours or the mental strength to be there for everybody else in that space 24 hours a day. Coaching wise, I really like that space. But the growth, there's shit that I've been putting off for, well, there's always just, a really good reason as to why I'm not getting shit done. And what better excuse can I have than, a sick dog and the passing of my mother? That's convenient, isn't it? And that shits me. And that's where I can't decide, is it an excuse or is it reality? Or when do I kick my own ass, put my foot on the gas, or go, hey, you can take a moment and this is life, and where am I taking on society's conditioning of the grieving process? Like, am I supposed to do 30 days of mourning? That's just not my jam. But I don't know. I didn't read a rule book, how you're supposed to grieve your mum. Maybe that's what I need to write.
So would you say the career's just been stagnant in the last little bit with sick dog and grieving mum, or is it prior to that?
I think it's been excessively highlighted now. And it was probably slowing down prior, but I think it's just all come to a massive big hallelujah, fuck you stopped.
All right. So out of those areas, finances, health, relationships, and career, I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, that career is the one that has the stagnant crap in it.
That's
yeah.
I mean, to me, you don't separate, personally, I don't separate my career with who I am, because I put so much of who I am in my work. And if that is stagnant, that's a representation of where I am. And I live to, what most people say, I live to, be of service. I live to do that work. It's my soul work.
And of course, that directly impacts the finances. So if we look at career and finances as two areas that could have some improvement,
Mhm.
where do you want to be if we look at 3, 6, 12 months from now?
3 months from now, I want, I've got 3 courses on the back burner,
Mhm.
or more correctly, they're on the outside fucking barbecue. They're not even inside at the moment. um, uh, so I want them in and cooking away and creating just fucking magic.
Mhm.
So I want them done. I've got the infrastructure there. I've got all the ideas. I've got the inspiration. I've got so much fucking awesome. And it's like, it's a combination of a pressure cooker that has no release, but also the flame has been turned down a little bit because I've been squirreled away and focused on other shit. So I want them done. I want them operating. I want them out there making a difference. And I want to be able to come into those spaces and see the impact that I can create and just fucking let it all grow and be magic. That's what I'm after.
And if we looked a little further ahead, 6, 12 months, is that the same sort of thing?
Yeah, I'd have to say yes because I can't see beyond that just yet. It's like this is what I need to overcome.
Mhm.
And just fucking get it happening, because once that's happening, then the rest of it keeps flowing. But it's just like the damn wall is there, literally, figuratively speaking. There's a massive big dam and everything's just building up behind it. And once that kind of breaks down, then everything's just going to flow and I can go on, on the flow of wherever it takes me.
So let's talk about finances. If you could, where do you want to be 3, 6, 12 months from now?
What specifically are you like? What do you mean?
Well, where do you want to be with that? Where do you want to be with your finances? Is there a goal? Is there something you want to set?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you. I want to have at least 2 of my courses up and running and having them drawing in the right customers, the ones that are just going to get in there and fucking thrive and sink their teeth into it and get those beautiful results. And the goal that is kind of coming at the moment is I want those 2 courses to be at 20K per month.
Each?
Yes. And I've got one that's closer and one that's further. I've got one that I want first and then the second one.
Good clarity. Good. All right. So we want to find out what's prevented you or created challenges. Now, obviously there's with your dog and with your mum,
Mhm.
but what has prevented you from having these goals now?
Beyond the excuses, lack of clarity and direction. And it's got to be a lack of commitment in finding it. like finding that, like finding the steps, like taking action, all of those things. It's all fucking excuses ultimately. I know that shit when you get down to the bottom of it, but fuck, life just happens and you get squirreled and you chase it and you're like, oh, look, next thing you know, 6 months later, fucking nothing's happened.
So what's the biggest challenges you're dealing with right now?
Career-wise?
Anything. The biggest challenges you are dealing with right now.
It would be the difference between, it's internal conflict. It's the difference between all the pressures of what I know I can do, what I believe I can do, what I expect I should be doing, versus being in an emotional, I don't even know what you would call it. It's not even a holding pattern. It is a emotional journey of shit that I don't have a fucking rule book for, which frustrates me because I like control. And it's clarity. I normally always know where I'm going, always have a goal. I set the goal, I nail it, I do it. I set another goal, I nail it, I do it. And the legs have been taking off the robot and it has no batteries. It's going nowhere.
So what has prevented you from having what you want? Are there fears, fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of success, fear of what other people think? What is it for you?
I think I scare the shit out of myself. I have moments where when it's in flow, like nothing can stop it. Like the energy, the vibe, the mission, the purpose, whatever you want to call it, nothing can stop it, all of it. And then me, life, whatever. And then it's just like, oh, maybe I should just, chill out and, I don't know, be boring and just fit in with a boring life and get fucking nothing done. I don't know. Drives me nuts that people just fucking waste their life and don't get shit done. So of course you become the epitome of what fucking annoys you, right? I'm like, life's just so fucking clearly highlighted. Such a gift, and it's so, like, we're capable of so much. I've even forgotten your question. Sorry.
What prevented you from having what you want? Any fears? Fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of success, fear of what other people think?
I can't pinpoint whether it's, there's definitely, there's an element of fear of success, because what if I become bigger or more than what? What I currently know I'm capable of, I have no idea. There's a fear of failure. It's probably in there somewhere. Am I? Am I scared of or fearful of not being who I know I am? Does that even make fucking sense? It's the fear of what happens when I know how powerful I am and what would happen if I'm not as powerful as I know that I am. How's that for a loop?
Great conflict you've got happening.
Look me achieve shit.
Look at you. You got all of the things.
So magic.
So when you think of that beautiful loop, what do you
Mhm.
think about that makes you feel bad?
It's a fucking mess. Like, it's just this, I guess the romantic word would be the knot of eternity. But I'm like, this isn't fucking a knot of eternity. This is a knot of a fucking clusterfuck mess. Like, how do you get out of that shit? Like, I feel like, remember when your mum used to get your hairbrush and brush your hair and it was so fucking knotty and it would hurt? And you're like, stop it. But that's all I want to do, grab the brush and like straighten out all the fibers of all this shit so it just has structure and knows what it's doing.
Mm. Okay. So you haven't mentioned, other than the events of your dog and your mum,
Mm-hmm.
there's been no other mention of any other events or people. So I'm just going to ask, when you think about this situation you have, do you feel any of these emotions? Anger, sadness, fear, hurt, guilt?
I'm not angry, I get frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Sadness, I feel is normal, it's warranted at the moment. And it comes in waves, it's not there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not a sad person. Fear, no, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say I feel fear. Hurt, I think the hurt is linked in with the sadness. I can't necessarily separate those two at the moment. And I feel like if there's guilt, it's a post feeling. It's just like, I feel like I've got an opportunity. If I don't take it, then I should feel fucking guilty. Because I get off your fucking ass, grab it by the horns, create your magic, and do what you know you're here to do. So it's like, as fucked up as this sounds, it's like guilt is in the future if I choose to stay stuck.
So when did this problem start?
Specifically with these courses, or
Your problem.
watch me dance.
Yeah.
Shake it up, shake it up.
An avoid, I like it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Deflection. When did my problem start?
When did this problem start?
I think it's been there as long as I can consciously recall at the moment.
Any particular event or trigger?
What is currently coming to mind is, you little fuckers. What's coming to mind is all the things I would achieve at primary school
Mm-hmm.
that I felt were never acknowledged
Mm-hmm.
within the family.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I can see how that all plays its beautiful little path out.
Mm-hmm. But never acknowledged by the family.
Well, I guess if you dive into it, I don't feel like it was ever acknowledged. Full
Mhm.
stop.
Anything in particular that comes to mind when it comes to things you would achieve at primary school? What's coming up for you?
I can remember my sporting accomplishments, my musical accomplishments. I remember, getting really fucking good grades at school. And my brother used to get paid for every A he brought home. And I'm like, fucking ching, here is my new career. I'm going to go and get A's. And I bring home my A's and I didn't fucking get a cent. What an unjust fucking world. Yeah. So that, I've got sporting, my music, I've got a fucking scholarship, I've got all of this stuff. And it's just like, meh. And my brother he only got paid $20, by the way. He only got one A. Anyway.
$20 for an A. Ooh.
I know. And in that economy. Man. That's probably why I don't like maths, because I'm like, fuck this. If I can't work this shit out, like, I thought the formula was right there to success and it failed.
So what sort of scholarship did you get?
I got a music scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something else, but I've forgotten. I know it's there. I've forgotten it.
Okay. All right, thank you. So we've now got some ideas of when the problems might have started back in primary school with your unacknowledged success.
Mm-hmm.
So what negative events have happened since then?
Since primary school?
Mm.
Fucking how long do you want the list to be?
What comes up to you?
And just so I can get clarity, you're talking about specific events for myself, yes?
Yeah. So what negative events have happened since then? Ones that maybe come to mind now? Because when we started this conversation, we weren't talking about primary school. So obviously something's coming up for you. So just tell me what negative events have happened since those initial trigger events.
I succeeded in everything in my own fucking way, and I like to holster the system, which I've done exceptionally well and still succeeded. Oh, you fuck. So it's like I've gone, fuck you with a system that's not going to acknowledge me. So I'm not going to do it your way, but I'm going to do it my way, which is better anyway, and still succeed. What a petulant little child there is playing around inside. Ray's an amazing child who's now the most fabulous young man, whilst, fucking finishing school, 16 when I had my baby, finishing school, starting my own businesses, plural, being the ultimate rock star of a single mum, controlling the universe, and I guess it's still just looking for that external validation, isn't it, little fuck?
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for playing. All right. This section, I'd just like you to answer nice and fast, no thinking.
Okay.
So tell me if there are any of these on any level. I'm not good enough.
That's got an ickiness to it.
I'm not worthy.
That has more ickiness to it.
I can't have what I want.
Watch me.
I love myself.
I love myself. That feels nice.
Myself.
No, that doesn't gel. That's not me. That's fine. So the word worthy, can I just say the word worthy keeps coming up?
As a negative? As a bugger?
it's like a spiteful. I
Mhm.
fucking hate that word. But that's what it is. It's just like, it's just like, yeah, there's something around worthy in there. We'll find it.
All right. So I'm going to ask you some questions so it's easy for you in your mind to make a decision on what you'd like to do.
Mhm.
So if none of this changes in 5 years' time, what would that feel like?
Shit. Not an option. Not a fucking option.
And what are the negative consequences of that?
Emptiness is just fucking up in there. Like, like you could sit there and say, well, it's like fucking death, or you could sit there and say it's hollow or empty. It's just like a fucking void that'll. It's just not an option. A void that, you know, I don't know. I'm not looking in the fucking void because I'm not going to be there.
So if none of this changes, what about in 10 years?
Well, that's just going to be fucking dark. Yeah, just empty space. There's just nothing there. No joy, no life, no love, no purpose. 10 years, it's like there's no soul.
What about in 15 years?
Jesus fuck. That's like the only word that comes to mind is like a dementor from Harry Potter. Like, I don't know. If you're a religious person, I guess you would call it hell, or perhaps you call it limbo. I don't know. There's darkness and no light switch and no soul, and you can't describe it because if nothing exists there, how can it exist?
So if all this changed and you got exactly what you wanted from it, what would that feel like in 5 years' time?
I don't know what it's going to feel like in 5 years' time, but 3 months' time, I can feel that. Like, that's freedom, and that's fun and laughter and happiness and joy and fucking every kind of magical kinesthetic vibe feeling you could ever feel.
And what are the positive consequences of that?
It's like a heart explosion. It's cool. It's love, it's freedom, it's just doing what I'm here to do. Happiness, joy, freedom. I don't know. What does it feel like when your heart just bursts and hits everything with love?
So if this all changed and you got everything you wanted, what about 10 years?
Fucking hold on, here I come. I don't know. That's scary. I don't know. I can't see that far ahead.
So 15 years' time? Freedom, love, laughter, happiness, joy.
Honestly, I can't see that far ahead. My dance kicks in. And it's like, it's a whole lot of fucking grey hair, a whole lot of dogs.
Grey hair and dogs.
It's a happy place, right? Yeah, but the feels are good. Like, you know, I don't have a vocabulary for that because it's going to continue. Like, I can see 3 months. I can't see beyond that because in a good way, like, I don't feel like that's a block of me not being able to see the future. It's just like, I can see the 3 months, and then let's expand on that. And then let's say 3 months from that, and 3 months and 3 months and 3 months and 3 months. I can't see right now what is beyond that, because that's what I need to get done and create.
Okay, great. Well, it sounds silly, but which one do you want? The dream life or what it's been like before?
Hunting that dream. I'm going to grab it and fucking live it.
So how committed are you on a scale of 0 to 10 of getting what you want, if 10 was totally committed?
My gut always says 9, because you can always get more.
Mm-hmm. So what do you need to know to be a 10 if you knew that you could be a 10?
I'd need to know there's an 11, and then I'd be a 10. And then there needs to be a 12, and I'll be an 11. It's just, I don't know. That's just how my mind works. It's like, I feel like if you're a 10, it's not going to stop. It'll stop your growth. So I always want there to be an option of something more.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess from a mathematical 2-dimensional question, I'm a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
But that doesn't gel with me. I'm a 10 out of 11.
So since you're a 10 out of 11.
Yes.
And you're committed and you really want this.
Yeah.
I've got 2 options for us to get this. So option 1, some people choose 2 sessions at $700 and will be able to make some changes. Now, option 2, what most people choose is my breakthrough program, which is a 6-week transformation and is weekly coaching of an hour to an hour and a half per session for $2,000. Now, most do that because they're getting it all cleaned out to make a fresh new start, and a fresh new start means new opportunities, possibilities, new attitude to life with fresh new eyes. It is truly life-changing. So which one's best for you?
So 2 at 700, and what was the 2,000?
6 sessions.
And that's everything. That's like the whole kit and caboodle, clean me up, get my shit happening.
Absolutely.
Duh. I want the 6 sessions. Let's go.
Great. All right. So let's organize that. Credit card, Visa or MasterCard?
Yeah, I can transfer it now. Whatever. Do you want my card numbers, or you send me an invoice?
I can send you an invoice. I'll do that now. So let's book in your first session.
You just picked up my phone. Done.
All right. So we make sure that we schedule our first session. I've got Tuesday 2 o'clock or Thursday 4 o'clock. Which one works best for you?
Tuesday.
Great. I'll send you an email confirmation of the details of your first appointment and the Zoom link, and I will see you then.
Beautiful. Do I need to have anything for my session?
You need to have a water bottle, tissue box, and your A game.
Water bottle, tissue, I'm the A. Done.
Thank you.
No worries. Thank you. See you on Tuesday.